new single out, which is probably, if I had to pick a song and all the hundreds of songs that I've either co-written or written, this is the one I would have to say I'm most proud of, and in the sense of, it's not like a genius song or anything. It's more about the intent behind it and the feeling behind it, and what it captures. For me is growing up in a really small town, and you know, not to stray from the point, but when we were writing the song, it was wasn't really. We didn't know where we were going to go with it at first. We didn't know lyrically what it was going to be about, or we just know that I went to we were in the dressing room. We were on the Bon Jovi tour, and it was, I think, one of the last shows of the tour. And every night before the show, I would always, you know, practice the guitar. And one of the songs I always felt like I had to practice was a song off the first record called "Breakdown," which goes like. And it wasn't tuned that way. It was tuned this way, and I went, oh, that was out. It was awful. And then I was like, but is it? And I came up with that riff, and in a way, I was ripping myself off. But that's okay, because, well, it's me and I'm not going to sue myself. So I instantly was like, and it was one of those songs where the melody actually dictated where the chord was going to go, because I would have never. It's a weird pattern in the sense where it doesn't really. It's like no chord stays on. You know, it's not a equal amount of measures or whatever. It was really. Dictated by the melody, and so I had that instantly. It was like kind of like what I said with Home. It was like a gift. It just kind of came out where I didn't really think about it, and I didn't really know where else to go with it. And Steely was around, and I don't even know if I think he was like headed to the bathroom or something. And I was like, spreading mayonnaise. Simmer on that for a minute. Enough said. We have a lot of sandwich meat and stuff. Dressing room. So I was like, where would you hear this going? And he was like, go to the B, and he goes, and it was like, oh wow, that's perfect. I would have never went there. And so we had this melody, we had this structure, we did nothing. But I mean, that was it. We had to go on stage pretty soon, so we never really did anything with it. And tour was over. I'm at home, and I was like, there's something here. There's something really special about this melody. It's either so good that I ripped it off from somebody, or it's just that good, and I'm very fortunate that came out of my mouth hole. So, and so I called him up. I was like, hey, remember that song we were kind of working on? Let's finish that. And so he sent me a rough of him just on an acoustic guitar doing that, coming out with some lyrics, and he said something about, I think the original lyric was something, remember, I knew it was remember. September, and I was like, no, I think we need to go. And then we'll go to September. We'll get to that. But I knew instantly that it was called September. And I didn't know why. It just was like, oh, we don't have a song with a month in it. So remember and September rhyme very well together. So we'll roll with that. But instantly it started sparking, like, what is September? One, it's my favorite time of the year. But it also, he had it instantly started sparking how the time passed away. And I started thinking about me and my brother growing up and how much trouble we got into and how much hell we gave our parents, and how hard that must have been, and just thinking about all the things that we did as a kid, you know, playing in a pond, but lake sounded way more poetic, and playing in the ditch full of water from the rain, but you know, playing in the rain sounds way better too. We still play out in the ditch. There's not much else that rhymes with that, so it was kind of like the song wrote itself. I mean, it instantly, I had that first verse and I was like, all right, I got this. I'm pretty sure this is the chorus. And he came back with the second verse and it was done. He was like, all right, I know where this is going. And it instantly reminded him of his childhood and how it comes to a point where you stop chasing certain things and you accept where you're at, you accept what's real, and you figure out that where you're at is where you're at, and you deal with it then, and then you move on. And I think the song itself just captures this sense of ending a chapter, whether it be you know, a summer fling or school's over, or actually going back to school and summer's over, and as a kid, summer is like this big deal. You look forward to it, and you remember it. It's like a pinnacle part of the year. You know, it stands out. And then when you get older, it's like just another day. Yeah. And so that's kind of where that came from. You know, of all the things I still remember, summers never look the same, and then reflecting now on how things could have been, it was worth it in the end. Somebody asked me today, what does that mean? And I don't think I really thought about it at the time, but it's one of those things where no matter where you are in life, you can waste time all day long figuring out where you could be, or what would have happened if you would have not made that move to better yourself, or to move forward and go to that next chapter of your life. But the fact is, you are where you are for a reason, and so it was realizing that whatever happened, it's worth it, and you learn from it. And so there's that. I knew I shouldn't have detuned my guitar. Okay, here we go. This song's called September.
We spend out by the lake. Has it all gone to waste? All the promises we made, one by one they vanish just the same. All the things I still remember, summers never look the same. The years go by and time just seems to fly. Was worth it in the end. Now it all seems so clear. There's nothing left to fear. So made our way by finding what was real. Now the days not so long, that summer's moving on. Reach for something that's already gone. Oh yeah, all the things I still remember. Summer's never
that is the song that inspired the name of our record, Leave This Town. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much.